Hey guys, so it's day 6. Sorry again, I know I said it before. Day 5 I posted yesterday, and I saw it this morning as I was in the parking lot getting ready to get out the door for work. Out of my car for work. I noticed that it said failure to download, so I had to take time again today, day 6, to download it, and I'm very sorry. I did say I would try to get this every day, so it was ready yesterday, but I was not able to put it up yesterday. So, with that saying, here's day 6, actually, hopefully, on the day, because it's only 9 something at night, so hopefully if it doesn't download, I can fix it and re-download it, and it shouldn't be too much of a problem. So day 6, Wicca and Shamanism. Wicca is a shamanic spiritual path. More than one religious historian has suggested that the ancient archaeological evidence found throughout the excavation sites of old Europe points to shamanic activity, while the entirety of the religious systems of the Europeans who lived in the Paleolithic and Mesolithic periods may not have been shamanic. It is likely that the shaman played an important role in ancient tribal belief. Additionally, it is likely that a substrate of beliefs and religious traditions spring forth from shamanic practices. A shaman is a spiritual leader who serves many important functions, usually within a tribal society. The shaman may be a priest, a mystic, someone who has immediate, direct connection to the divine force, a counselor, an interpreter of spirits, a healer, and a magician. A shaman presides over the rites of passage from birth to death and foretells the future. The gods of the shaman are not generally known by the rest of the community, since the way of the shaman is a secret way. The shaman's gods are totemic. They take many forms, such as stone, plant, animal, human, and spirit. The powers of the shaman are those of the earth, the wind, the waters, and fire. Shamans also gather secret magical knowledge from the hidden worlds of their familiar spirits. The shaman's power comes from ecstatic rites and practices that transport him or her to the magical otherworlds, where the energies of powerful spiritual forces are encountered and harnessed. The word ecstasy comes from the Greek word ekstasis, which means to be placed outside or to be placed. The shamanic magical state of ecstasy is an altered form of awareness during which a person may feel as though he or she transcends him or herself. The core experience of the shaman in the ecstatic state is the realization, or psychoanalyst Carl Jung states, that he is of the same essence as the universe, and his own midpoint is its center. One does not choose to be shaman. Likewise, one does not actively choose the path of the witch. Rather, the path chooses the individual. The consensus of anthropological literature confirms that the call to the magical path often emerges from an individual's deeply transformative experiences of consciousness. Typically, these experiences emerge spontaneously and often follow events such as near-death experiences, high fevers, falling from great heights, life-threatening illnesses, lucid dreams, strong visions, or near-psychotic breaks, which are mental or perceptual divinations from shared reality. deviations from shared society. Hallmarks of the shamanic experience include a traumatic instance, such as a near-death experience and lucid dreams, visions or near psychotic breaks mentioned previously, which typically occur in childhood, a close relationship with nature, demonstration of natural psychic, magical, or healing abilities, the ability to spontaneously move between the worlds of physical and non-physical reality. This usually entails extended periods of disorientation induced either by trance, drumming, dancing, or psychoactive herbs. The ability to understand the underlying spiritual or energetic nature of all things, both animate or inanimate. The ability to receive intuitive messages, whether in the form of words, images, or sensations from both seen and unseen sources. The ability to harness spiritual power. The ability to change through unseen or magical means. The madman. There is a difference between a shaman and a madman. The shaman is someone who experiences a degree of control over his or her otherworld experiences. The shaman can move between the worlds and can function effectively within both the mundane and spiritual context. Not only can a shaman converse with spirits, but he or she can function concretely. Concretely and practically within the framework of a society. The madman goes off into the other world and is never heard from again. A madman cannot maintain balance, nor can he or she perceive a difference between physical or spiritual realities. The madman cannot come back to everyday reality and function effectively within the community. When mad, an individual lacks stability in work, in relationships with other people, and in states of mind. A word to the wise. In many ways, the contemporary practices of Wicca link directly to the tribal rites and beliefs of our ancient shamanic predecessors. Those who practice these mystic arts today have at the basis of their work over 30,000 years of history to support them. From the caves of Lasso in Dordong, in the ancient civilizations of Katal, Huuk of ancient Anatolia, history supports the fact that the rites and practices of shamanism have occurred globally much longer than any other known spiritual path. And it says, describe in writing your own calling to the witch's path. Take note of which of the shamanic hallmarks describe your own experience. We all have characteristics of both the shaman and the madman. In which ways are you a shaman, and in which ways are you a madman or a madwoman? And to answer the first question, I think I'm going to keep the second question to myself as a personal preference. But I do have it written down in a book. I have currently a very close relationship with nature. It is one, and then I was mostly at first it was mostly drawn to nature and how long I would just sit there and listen around me to everything. And I don't mean like just everything that I could hear. I could hear like plants and like feel their energy, and it made me feel so much better. It was my place to heal, to get away from everything, to just sit there and think of nothing and be in my own little world, so to say. And that is all I have to say for today. Anyway, day 7 will be tomorrow, and it will be a little bit early because I work night versus morning like I did morning today. So I will see you then anyway, and so it will be a week. Oh my goodness, I have lasted this a week. You guys are so helpful. I am so thankful to you guys. You guys push me on further. I've gotten nothing but good comments from you guys, and I thank you all. I really do enjoy it. I know I'm not the best person about responding to your comments, but just know now in this video I'm going to say it, and I'm probably going to say it many other times. I greatly appreciate it. Thank you guys so much for your encouraging words. I will see you tomorrow, and we'll be 1 week, and keep crafting, witches. Blessed be.